stream. I know I promised some of you guys that I'd get this stream done, and I am making good on my word here. So let me go ahead and transform this and get it working correctly. All right. If you guys are watching this on replay, thank you for stopping by. If you're watching it live, awesome. Definitely like, subscribe, tell your friends. One thing about tonight's stream, it's going to be hard for me to reply to chats because I won't have the same access I normally do to chats, but I am going to try seeing if I can do some sneaky stuff and still be able to see all of your guys' chats. You guys know I'm not terribly great at keeping up with chats, so it's nothing new. But we will see. So give me a moment here as I shuffle things around. All right. And let's see how this is going to work. Bingo. And oh no, I'm having to log in. Bear with. I hear messages, but I can't answer them right now. So just hold tight and I will get to them when I have a chance. I'd like to thank everyone again for stopping on by as we get this stuff squared away. So yeah, that being said, let's see what we can do here as far as the chat. Come on. Wish I could just have a Mob Crush chat overlay. I might be able to. No, I can't. It'd be on your guys' screen, but it wouldn't be on mine. So still working on it. We'll see what we can do. All right. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump in and I'll check in on the chat every so often through the thing to see if I can make anything better. So yeah. Let's see here. And so a lot of you guys were curious about just kind of the scale of the game, and maybe I've talked to one or two of you guys about making a profile. And know a couple of you guys already did, and that's absolutely awesome. So let's go ahead and show you a little bit of what all is available to you and how the game looks. So when you log in, this is the screen that you see. You have your friends on the right hand side and your notifications, and then you have some options here. And I'm gonna try the Hanger module just to kind of test this out without having people that can mess with us. I hear someone in my Discord.
It's me.
What's up, bro? I'm just doing a quick little stream for some people who requested it and new players and all that jazz. So yeah, I forget if it's Revel York or Arrow View that allows me to spawn the character, but we'll just try a couple.
Can I join
What's
in?
up, you man? Yeah, you can definitely join in. Right now I'm just gonna jump in the hangar for the time being to show them around a little bit, and then I'll probably jump in for a smidge. What are you looking to do tonight?
I don't know, just cruising, maybe.
Cruising for a
Maybe.
bruising?
Yeah, just some bunkers and maybe some A90 jump missions.
All right, we'll see what we can do. We'll definitely see. I'm just multitasking here. I'm trying to have it so that I can see the chat and try not to be so terrible about not being able to chat with everyone. But you know that's not my my forte, especially since I'm doing this remotely from my laptop connected to my beast. But I think I might have figured out a way to get this done for everyone, which could be pretty cool. So we'll see. Oh my gosh, the chat's going to be super small. But, oh, there we go. That'll work. All right. So I should be able to see people as they chat. Feel free to test it out. So this is the hanger. With every package that you get a hanger. That I know of. I don't know of any packages that don't give you a hanger if you get a ship. Interesting thing about the hanger that a lot of people don't realize at first glance is there are little spawn points that pop up when you walk by them. Of course, none of them are popping up for me right now. So yeah, about that. Oh, there we go. Here's one. It's very hard to see because of the background color, and that's a graphical issue here. It's interesting because I was looking at a bunch of the code for this game, and nestled deep in the code, I was able to find out that this game actually is in alpha. I know. You might be
There are
surprised.
pink on it. Graphical glitch.
Yep, that's alpha right there.
Jesus.
So this is the Carrack. I'm gonna spawn the Carrack in here, and it's right now we're in the way. So if you look down, if that wasn't blending into the background, you'd see that it says you're in the way basically, and it's trying to load the ship, and we're in the way because we're being SPO'd. So I'm gonna just move out of the way. Now, in the hangar right now, when ships load in, they take some damage sometimes because they're real entities and they kind of get dropped on into the hangar. And so 9 times out of 10, there's a bit of damage inside the ship. So don't mind that. I always just say it's probably the Drake subcontractors messing up their work. So no worries. That being said, here we go ahead and click on open the door. Now, normally I would open the door and close the door immediately, so I don't have to worry about anyone running in. But we're in my hangar. It's a secure area, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to let this door come down and let you see. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so it's a spaceship, right? Isn't that right?
Yes.
There we go. You're gonna be my audience for the for my responses here. And you're thinking, well, so lots of other games have spaceship ships. What makes this so special? All right, I'll show you what makes this so special. Here's my character. I'm gonna zoom out. There's my dude. The cool thing is they allow you to zoom out pretty far right now. Look at that. There's my dude. All right. He can run around. Now look at how small he is in comparison to this ship's landing gear.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, bro.
Wait till you see the reclaimer.
Right? I'm going to go to the other
thing,
landing gear.
That thing can't even fit this hangar.
Right? Here's my other landing gear. And I've told some of you guys, I don't even come up to the top. You know, I wasn't bojangling. I wasn't making stuff up. Look at this. The head of my little dude can't even reach the top of that landing gear. Just the foot. Okay, it's really hard to do this in reverse. I'm trying to look at it so I can see him there. Look. There I am. There's the foot of the landing gear. Right. That's what I'm talking about right there. So that just shows the scale of this game. Right?
Size of the character, because I didn't look that big in first person.
Right? Yeah, in first person, you know, you're walking around, so it doesn't seem that big. But when you look outside and you see just how big it actually is, like here, I'm yet again, keep in mind, guys, I am controlling the camera here, so it's hard for me to do it backwards. I'm going to do it forward again. We're going to follow our dude. Now, the camera doesn't like to go through the walls, so you'll notice it'll skid against the walls, which actually works in our favor here. Look, there's my dude walking up the ramp. And here we are inside the Carrack. And there's a ladder access there, and there's an elevator here. Now I'm going to go back first person. Now, maybe I could do this third person. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what happens. It pushes me to first person when I click the elevator. But you know what? I'm going to take you through this portion of the Carrack first. This is a cargo pod. That door clamshell's open, and I believe things are going to be able to drive into it from either side. You can also drop this cargo pod. It's modular. You notice the double airlock doors. So if you drop the cargo pod, we're perfectly fine. The only thing is you then can't walk across the whole catwalk if you're missing one or more cargo pods, obviously. That being the case, these are also modular. So they're going to have other things in here like cargo, med facilities,
Turrets on the side that come out the sort of whole area that you can just like, or like just little drones, like a little drone car that's like a turret on top of it, so you just like send it out on the planet and like clear out enemies and everything.
it's a thought. You could have it full of little cars that just get that just leave the ship like I'm the mothership, and then they scurry off and go do their thing. That could be cool.
There'll be like a drone control, and we can like control each pod, and we like respond back to you because you're like the captain. We're like room clear, this clear.
Right? Oh yeah, that could work. So here we are. After the cargo pods, we have an area here where you have the armor suits. And then this is actually an armory on either side where you can put rifles and pistols and stuff. Yeah, you see the Drake subcontractor after the last insurance claim. Look at that.
What, the friggin' sparks coming out?
Yeah, he didn't use the right freaking wires, and it's sparking. I mean, you know, I'd say it's not rocket science, but it sort of is. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, a little bit of RP there for you. But if we run down here, you'll see that here's the aft turret. This is a manned turret where you get in, and the turret comes down, and then this is below the ship. And then once you're in turrets, you have to actually turn them on.
I'd say the after is the worst one because you can't hit anything with it because everything's above the ship, not below it.
Well, it depends on your pilot, but sometimes that happens to be the case.
Right.
And so you have your sensitivities, you have resetting it, you have a power, you have exiting. Then you also have fire modes and gyro mode. Gyro mode, you can push R to switch. Fire mode, I haven't found a fast switch for it yet, but I'm sure there will be one. But and then there's your little radar on your screen. This is going to get updated quite a bit in the next patch. They're really improving the turret gameplay, which on the Carrack is actually already pretty decent, but it's going to get even better. So yeah.
In the last month.
Yeah, they keep on updating. I mean, it's in alpha. You know, they're continually working on it, so it's really great to see that stuff come alive. Here's the other armory area. I'll open this up just for shits and giggles.
Still gonna be graphical glitches.
Ta-da! Yeah, of course. And this is another elevator. Wait, yeah, this is the rear elevator. So I'm gonna go and actually show you everything from this elevator. If you look through the window, it's actually a real elevator. You see it come down. I called it. Some people are like, why, when you push the elevator button, why isn't it just there? Because they're not cheating. If the elevator is not on your level, it has to get called. Right? Yeah. So we go ahead and click on the cartography deck. This is an exploration vessel. So on deck 4, which is the cartography deck, this is where you would be planning your longer jumps, figuring out where you're going to bounce off things, setting up stuff for your mission, exploring. There are some people who believe that you should be able to see out the top or out the sides here, maybe with a button to close it down and make it secure, but they would like to see more view up here. I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of things that they could do with this.
So use for the cartography deck yet?
But yeah, it's not actually live yet, obviously, as you can see. And when we're here at this console, we can actually turn it on, but it's probably either not going to turn on, or it'll just give us a normal MFD if it does turn anything on. So yeah. But that's definitely gonna go ahead.
So deck 4 is currently not functional.
For the cartography, no. But deck 4 also includes escape pods here,
Yeah, but they
and
haven't been
which are
added to the game yet.
yes, they're not functional yet, but they're there. More EV suit area or armor suit area, depending on what you have there. And then here's an airlock. Now, when you go through the airlock, you can see more, you know, first class Drake workmanship right here. Yeah, I think that maybe someone needs to go back and look at their manuals because I don't think this is how our ship is supposed to be. I'm just saying,
Just leaking oxygen. You're like, oh, yeah, seems fine.
or who knows what. I mean, it's coming out the vent, but I mean, is this magic blue smoke? I
Could be
don't
toxic
know.
gas or like
Right?
LNG for all we know.
Thank God I have a suit on, right? So, and if you look out here, you can see the this is the hangar. You can actually see a window onto the hangar, and this is an EV door in space. There's no gravity pretty much once you exit here right now. I think they're gonna fix it and have it work a little bit better now. But since we're not in space right now, we are on planet side in a hangar or in a grav gen area. I can walk around the top of the ship here.
Well,
I'll show you some stuff.
I think remember when I tried to jump off onto the
Danger.
remember when I jumped off onto the front
Ha-
deck and then I got
yeah.
stuck in the door.
Right. Yeah.
Remember
I
I
mean,
got
there's all sorts
stuck
of
in
crazy
the
stuff you
door?
could
Oh my
do.
god, it's hilarious.
I like watching when people get on my ship if they're not careful and don't pay attention to the things I tell them. They do this pain angel. It's really awesome. Now this is a recoup scoop. You can see it says intake. So this is scooping as much atmosphere or space particles it can to recuperate hydrogen and other latent things for fuel. This is an explorer vessel, so you can see our scoop is pretty sizable there. You can see these. Yet again, I know it seems crazy, but this is all stuff that's fleshed out. These are thrusters, so those actually move and create the correct thrust to move you around in flight. And then coming up here is the cockpit. Now, an interesting thing about the cockpit is it's not implemented right now, but there is a blast shield that comes down over the cockpit in dangerous circumstances, where whether it might be combat or weather that requires it. But you can also see these are some retro thrusters, if I remember correctly. So to slow you down, you have thrusters in all directions on this ship to make sure you maintain control.
There's tons of cool shit that they're gonna add that they haven't added. Just so
Right. Yep. Well, they add it in order of building the game. So they're building the foundation right now. They've done a few things that are kind of creature comforts that they didn't have to do, just so that we can have more fun. But really, at the end of the day, they're focused on building that good foundation. The reason it's taken so long up to now is they're building a foundation that then they can go faster and faster and faster because they've done all the legwork for the bottom part of the game. So that's the remote turret up top. I'll show you where that's controlled later. And you don't know if you could see it. Oops, I'll come back over here.
What's all those markers on your screen?
Those are components within the ship. Where they go? That's the Carrack. Well, that's components where you can put down components over at the edge of my hangar. But you should also see those components anywhere in the ship that you can change things. Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
So we can let's see here. Floor. So that's all hangar stuff. But generally in the hangar you can also pull weapons and other stuff off and switch it around. I don't know if you can on the Carrack. It's so big and we have no machinery for really moving around in Atmo to do work like that right now. So eventually there will be, obviously, but right now it isn't a thing. So yeah. All right, so we're gonna go down a level. The next level is the technical deck. Technically, this is where you would do work and defense of the ship. It also is where you look at that. Just grade A workmanship right there. Good job, boys. Good job. Right. Good thing I have good ventilation. Look at that. It goes right into the ventilation system. But seriously, this is the internal hangar. In here, this is where ships can land and enter our ship through here with our permission. If you come around here, which I'm going to kind of run over here, this is the console for. Oh yeah, good job, Drake. I know some of you newbies are probably like, why is he saying Drake? It says Anvil right there. Anvil who makes my ship, but I'm pretty sure the reason you're seeing these issues is that there's some Drake contractors or maybe a MISC contractor thrown in there that just didn't use the right parts, and you're seeing the effects of that. So, and here I'm going to open the hangar for everyone so you can see what it looks like. Oh, you can see one of the components. There's a glitch right now where a component's just chilling in space right there.
I see it. It's just like, oh,
Right?
nope, I'm
It's
gonna
just
hang out
like,
here.
I'm here. Let me out.
Just gonna hang out here now.
Right? So you can see that window that we were looking down in. That is that's that other level that goes all the way up there. And look at how well this is rendered, right? So you have that window on the other side. We could see the smoke through that window all the way over there. You know, all the sparks everywhere else, which shouldn't be there, but at least we could still see them. So here you have an elevator. I'm going to show you a couple things on this level. This is a drone room. So right here,
Can you get in the
you have
door?
2 drone operators, and then this room definitely needs some help. But the drones come in here, and this is its own airlock, so you don't actually decompress the whole ship just to switch out drones or do work on anything, which is really smart. It's good design. There's been speculation that this ship should be able to take any of the drones. It comes with some scouting drones, but there will be drones for repair. There will be drones for refueling. So I think a smart pilot would probably carry 2 scouting drones and a drone for repair and refuel. That would line out the 4 drones I believe that we're able to carry on this vessel.
What about like a UAV or like a defense drone or something that has like guns on it?
Yeah, I mean, so you could, but I have a feeling that drone's just going to explode anyways. This ship's fast enough to where our best defense is pretty much the oldest defense in the world, and that's running away. So this is the repair room. When things are up shit's creek and you need to fix it, you come here, and you can work on it, fix whatever you need. Not fully in the game yet, but obviously you see it's fleshed out here. And here's another repairing mechanism here to build, repair, fabricate. So that's good. Come through here. I'm not going to go to the lower bridge. Actually, yeah, I will. I'm already here. So here are some escape pods from the bridge. And then you can see the upper bridge here. So there's 2 seats. This is the remote turret for the Top Gun. This is a engineering seat, if I remember correctly. I don't know if it's going to say when I get close. I don't believe it's fleshed out right now. But here's what I would call a battle globe. This is close proximity, understanding what's in your AO, calling the shots. This is a command station up here. The pilot seat is downstairs, but you can also pilot from here with less information, and just what do you call it? Relying on your crew for the rest of the information. So that's a thing. Now, one thing I didn't show you yet that is on the technical deck is the turrets. So this ship has 4 turrets in total, 2 ball turrets, and a belly turret and that remote turret up top. This is going out to one of the ball turrets on its what I guess you would call it wings, but it's not really wings, arms. But
Yes, the
when you
infamous
walk,
legendary ball turrets.
hell yeah, that's why this ship's got
Amazing.
balls.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's been argued that these are the best turrets in the game right now, and may continue to be the best turrets going forward. Being that what? Okay. Um,
Love the ball turret.
So I'm gonna try to give you guys a good view. Yep, there we go. So you can see when you get in, the turret extends, giving you amazing field of fire. In the hangar, I don't believe I'm going to be able to move it around, but you can see just how much angles you're going to be able to use in that ball turret. Your life support and everything coming through those extension arms. So yeah, some
You see
decent
the
firepower
extension
there.
arms, you see the extension arms like sparking. Yep, that's the life support made by Drake.
Right. Exactly. I'm gonna show it going in. Look at that. Boom.
So sexy.
I know. It really is. And I think it's going to continue being one of the best because while this isn't a fighting ship, it was originally built for the military exploration, and it does need to pack a punch. And I think it packs a good punch for what it does. Other than that, if you want to do lots of fighting, choose one of the dedicated ships for that. So we're going to go down one more level.
The thing with the Carrack is, one, it's massive, so you can put vehicles and ground vehicles stuff like for planet exploration. Two,
Exactly.
it's freaking perfect for what is it? It's perfect for the mine ones, or what are they called?
I agree. The rocks?
Like flame jumper missions.
Oh yeah, yeah. So here, yet again, a beautiful symmetrical design makes it very hard to get lost. Also, you'll notice here, this is frosted for privacy because around this corner, when we well, seems to be having some issues here. But maybe I'll show you guys this in game. This is the decontamination chamber. Now, as we come in, here's our medical suite. We are an exploration vessel. We are going to have times at which we aren't close to anything. We need to be able to take care of our own, and this is what allows us to do so. So we have 2 beds for small injuries, and then we have a big bed which doubles right now as an ICU. I don't know. I don't think it's always going to be a respawnable ICU.
Oh, they broke the freaking.
Right.
They broke like the radiation scanner thing. What is it called?
Yeah, it's very not good. The CAT scan. Yeah. See, so you could set it as your preferred ICU right there. And when you do that, you respawn on this table. Now, in the future, I don't think you will respawn there. I think a buddy will have to bring you in here to fix you, drag you in here. But either way, this is a good med facility. You have for privacy. The medical procedures going on in here.
Go back in the room again.
Yeah.
Go back in that one room again that you were just in.
This one?
No, the one that's like the side room, the one on the right.
Oh, okay.
You see how the glass is clear?
Yeah. No, it's clear here because these are the people working on the person.
No, like
they have to be able
to. On you.
Yeah, they're making sure your vitals and everything are okay. They're scanning you. That's what this area is for. Now,
I can't wait till Star Citizen Next it gets realistic and this becomes a thing, but for now it's not really a thing. Is that a vape pen?
Hold on a second here. Now, they pay a lot of attention to things. So if you look closely, hold on. Unexpected gains. Here we will lay the groundwork for that by reestablishing what our fundamental design protocols should be when approaching the problem of creating nonlinear data transactions. Just as metastructures have evolved to simplify stabilization for network bandwidth optimization, it can be equally vital in the 90 TNG system to declassify those metastructures from the main body of your active structure. The trade-offs for the time invested are numerous, but the one that has the most programmers deeming the approach worthwhile is the ability to collapse the numerics to single bytes without the need to resort to 128-bit encoding. While this may seem the only a benefit when you consider the savings that may accrue over the etc. etc. So there's a full written out thing there. It's not just ipsum lorem whatever. Pretty cool. Little Easter egg there for people who care to look, and you see stuff like that all over in this game. And we have sink, we have facilities here for
Coffee maker.
um
Oh no,
looking at all the.
that's a
No,
stethoscope.
that's not a stethoscope. It's a microscope
Oh, microscope.
or a
Same
micron
thing.
scanner. Depends. I think it's just a microscope. You
Same
never know
same
though.
thing. Enterprise. I'm stupid. Why does
Same
it have like
thing.
an iPhone on it?
Not quite. That's an interface, crackhead. iPhone. Anyways, you see our computing data area there. So we have a couple server racks to take care of that work.
Kind of broken. So was it kind of smoky?
Right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get through here. Now, coming through here, don't mind the smoke. This is the elevator that we could have come in when we first came in. On the right-hand side, you're going to see the rec area. I guess I'll go through there. Since if you're watching the stream, chances are you haven't seen this. There are lots of different videos on this, but you're seeing it live as I walk through it.
Toilet.
In the future, we are all vampires, so you can see I have no image, which is awesome. Toilet paper. We have a couple toilets here. To my chagrin, I think they should be shoilets, but they didn't see
The opportunity.
the need for shoilets, so fine. I have toilets. If we come through here, you'll see the living quarters for the crew. You'll see the lockers for the crew. So 5 crew members can be in here, depending on, 5 or 10, depending on how many people are sharing a bed. And here's the bathroom with the showers.
Still a vampire.
Right
God.
there.
Do you think that what is it? Do you think that the Anvil Carrick is a luxury ship?
No, it's definitely not a luxury ship, but it is a home away from home. And I think when you look at the attention to detail to make sure that the crew isn't going crazy, that they have things to do, that they have a comfortable living quarters, it's very clear that there's an aesthetic here to make people comfortable. Look at the lighting. It's warm and inviting in these areas. We have someone left their coffee cup there.
Are very inviting, right?
A little bit of excitement. You gotta spice things up a little bit from time to time. So we come through here, and this is the captain's quarters, which is experiencing some issues. This is only because it's in the hangar, by the way, people. This ship is not normally like this, but you can see. Oh, hold on. Let me put these down in case my porn comes up on them. We don't want that happening. So yeah. I mean, what? No, I just confidential stuff. So yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. So you have a little area for, I'm guessing, some suits. We have another locker here.
What is it? Have you seen
Our
the
bed as a captain.
shower? Oh my god, it's so industrial.
Oh yeah.
The shower.
Did you see my creepy bear watching us?
Why is it like just pure black? There's like no like white or different tint to it. It's just all black. It's just sitting there watching you.
Right. And I have a shower and a toilet. And I was listening. Yes, I have seen a bunch of the different showers and stuff. You know what's interesting? I mean, everything here, you notice, it actually has information on it. So they paid attention to these details because you are going to be using these sorts of things, and you'll notice that a lot of stuff is labeled. So it'd be interesting to see how some of these labels are made, because I feel like there's a rhyme and reason. If only internal, but you can see the different information that's popped there on that part. Now, just like in the real world, a lot of these ships do have reused parts, just like you would in making anything. As a smart manufacturer, smarter, not harder. Here's my chess set. Check it out. Here's some of my spirits to keep my spirits up.
I hear they're adding alcohol to the game, maybe.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know they are.
Since
And
it
here's
is
the bridge.
considered as an adult game, so like why
Oh,
wouldn't
for
they
sure.
add alcohol?
For sure. So here, just to show you the elevator coming down, that's the elevator that goes to the upper bridge. Here's the lower bridge. We have our server racks that will be doing data or other.
Sparking.
Here's some components. We can see some of the parts of the ship here in the background. Yeah, let's close that. This is another component. I think this is an aeronautical component. It's not actually in there right now. But all these things are accessible so that they can get worked on when stuff's hitting the fan, you know. Still have that issue with the vent system. Makes me wonder if someone sat on there and kind of messed up the vents. You can see it says "Do not obstruct." So someone probably thought it was hilarious and farted into it, you know. And now look at it, you know. Now look at it. Yeah, hilarious. Anyways, so and then here, right. So here are the ships. This is co-pilots on either side. Then you have your pilot seat. Shunk. And
getting into the pilot seat is the best part. Like in any ship, the getting in the pilot seat animation is like the best.
it is pretty good for sure. And the nice thing about this is you have a decent view, but you have a lot of information at your fingertips in the ship, which is really nice. So you can see. Interesting. Was it doing what I think it was? Yep, it automatically closed the top when I powered everything on, got flight ready. So it closed itself up. One thing about this ship, there isn't much sound deadening. It's kind of a luxury. I don't know if they're gonna build that in. And talk to the manufacturer and get a revision of the ship. Could be problematic from time to time, but as of right now, you do hear everything that goes on in the ship, for better or for worse. You can see a docking collar there. I didn't actually show you that area. I apologize, guys. And you can kind of see outside the front. Just to give you an idea of that scale again, let's see if I can zoom out. Oh no, I'm zoomed out as much as I can, but you can see that seat in the middle. That's the size of me. Little pink armrest because alpha, and and there's the ship. So it's pretty huge.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna bring that up in the stream. So you can see the contact list there. Our information for our shields and targeting information, shield distribution, power distribution. The cool thing is these are multifunction displays. So if you hold F, you middle click on it, you can click around and actually see different things that you might want to see actually in the display. You could change the power distribution if you needed to. I wonder if I do this. Brought it back up. You can see the power and heats adjust itself. And we have the different power components that are actually, yet again, they try not to fake whatever they can in this. They try to make everything realistic. So you can power off different components, power them on. And that adjusts things that you see in your setups as far as heat and EM signatures, etc. You have your shields, how it's getting allocated. You can turn individual things off. You see the health of things.
Wait, so if you were to power up, what is it? So if you were to give all the power to the thrusters, how fast could this thing go?
I don't know if it makes it go any faster. It might just be more responsive. But then also, if you, let's say you did want to do something like that and you needed more out of it, if you look back, you can actually overclock these by pushing the power limits above what they're rated for, above what you're asking, and that will allow it to go ahead into that range without going over what's it called? Not without using the boost or the afterburner. It'll actually just use that range. Okay. All right. We'll see what happens. We may have some noise in the background here. Just ignore it. So anyways, you can see that we can overclock things specifically with that, or we can press the power over. Maybe we don't want a full overclock and have a little bit more control there. We can also set the priority of what these things are, which is kind of cool. It's pretty amazing. And then you can see the heat of things. You can take those heats, and this is where you have a lot of overclocking here for heat. That's going to allow it to go into ranges that make it a little bit hotter than you would expect, but you can get more out of them. Generally, you don't need to, but there are some edge cases where a lot of this stuff, it's a spaceship. You adjust it as you need. So yeah. So that. All right. So that's a pretty good run through. Let's go ahead and go back to one thing here. We're gonna actually, we'll come over here. And if we take this elevator down. Good night, buddy. Love you. And take it to the subdeck. I clicked the wrong one, or it was already clicked. Now, just like an elevator, it's going to go to what was clicked, and then after it's ready, boom, it's going to go to the next thing that was clicked.
That would be awesome if it was like cancel it mid-trip and went like, oh, okay, you want to go here?
Right? Here is the thing that I forgot to show you guys. We'll use it to round up this little thing. Here's some EV/armor suit areas. You can see the suit door open, and the suit goes there. Go ahead and close it.
EVA suits there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I'm gonna do something fun with that in a future patch, but I won't ruin the surprise for you guys. There's the docking doors. Right. So you can see right out the docking door.
So you can open the door and everything, but you can't attach anything to the docking collar.
Right now, no, correct. Love you. Good night. Be a good girl, okay? All right. And so when we come through here, this is where you would have your vehicles. Interesting thought. This helps keep vehicles from going too far, but it also provides a good vantage point for defending this area. Should you need to defend the Carrack from the bay here as someone's coming back in, maybe we're doing a fighting retreat, whatever the case may be. And then we can pull this back down.
Somehow fit a laser in the or a razor, no, not a laser, a razor in the the somehow put a razor in here.
Yeah, we've put a razor in here before.
Oh my god.
I've put a razor in. It's not that bad. You can walk around it a lot, actually. It's getting it in. The wings are a little bit tight through that opening. Other than that, it's actually not very hard at all. You can also get two rovers in there with a lot of space, or 4 rovers in there if you're cutting down, or 4 of the cyclones if you're kind of not wanting to really squish things in there. It's still pretty reasonable with just the cyclones. So that is the Carrack. Now let's see. I don't know if it'll let me change this on the fly, but we're gonna try. There it is. So let's go ahead and switch. Yet again, to show you guys scale, this is another ship considered to be about the
Humongous.
same size. Humongous. Not really humongous. I mean, it's on the bigger side, but not huge. This is a Caterpillar. You'll notice it has very similar idea of modularity, where these open. Are we able to open them from out here? I think we are. So eventually, this is what we're thinking that the Carrack is going to do something similar.
Like let it
Opening
crush
side
you.
door.
Oh, I thought it went all the way down. It's like a ramp.
Not right now. What? All right. And these up front, this is where I believe this ship is going to dock with the privateer. Can I reach? Not quite. So that's awkward.
A whole
Maybe it's not pushable.
This day that you were, it was remember what's the other guy? That one dude that like played Star Citizen a lot. Forgot. He's not. He's
I
not
know
in.
there's lots of.
He was in this Discord before, but like he like left. Forgot his name.
I'm not worried about him. All
like,
right.
it's either
So
him or like someone was teaching me about trading, like 'cause trading makes a lot of money. And then someone had a caterpillar and they bought a whole caterpillar full of cargo. And guess what? As soon as they were leaving atmosphere, the server crashed. Lost all
yeah,
that cargo.
that was me a few times.
Oh, yeah. Jesus sucks.
Hold on a second. All right, just adulting a little bit there. So this is one of the ways to get in. I forget if there are any others, but I don't know this ship as well. This is the Caterpillar. This is a cargo lift, if you will. It comes in. Now, I'm not going to show you all around the ship because I'm not very familiar with it, but in the first area, I can show you a couple things. So we have some components. You have the weapons area. Hab access is through here. You have some places to eat and do things. Not as comfortable as the Carrack, of course, as this is mainly a cargo vessel. There's an invisible door here, I guess, or an invisible something. So something's not going right.
It's just cargo pods, so there's nothing really to show.
Right. So you see the toilet, shower toilet. You know, one of the nice things here, for sure.
Wait, so while you're sitting in the toilet, you can take a shower?
Exactly. You know, save some time.
While you're taking a squat and showering.
So there may be a problem with the engines. They're running a little bit hot right now, but it is a Drake ship, so you know we're not too worried about it. Here's the lower turret. Same sort of idea as on the Carrack. I don't know how good. Whoa, I see that dropping. Interestingly enough, though, you'll notice it inverts us, which gives us a better range of fire, a better view in space. Being upside down, right side up, not terribly important. Doesn't really make much of a difference. Might be a little bit interesting when you go planet side, but yet again, I mean, as long as you understand that you're upside down, it really doesn't matter. You're still going to track targets just fine. Let's get out of this room before something blows up. This is one of the ships that does actually have stairs upward, which I don't know, feels inefficient to me at times, but it does work. So if we come over here,
Yeah,
this is
the one more lengthier traveling ships that you have to walk
Right.
places to get places.
Right.
Observation
You
deck,
can
obviously.
you can see the cargo areas there. This is a tractor beam control area where you can load and unload and help out with different things as an engineer on the ship. And this is the EVA area, and then this is the command area. Now, I believe you notice that's a double airlock. This should be detachable. The idea is for this to be able to detach planet side, go do things, and come back. That's going to probably come in when they finish the docking feature, or at least afterwards, obviously.
On a Millennium Falcon kind of feel with the cockpit being on the side.
Okay.
Kind of like Falcon.
Right. Yeah, I can see where you're coming with that. I wouldn't necessarily say that with this ship. This is really just a cargo ship, but there is another ship that is very reminiscent of the Millennium Falcon, which I'll be talking about another time. But yeah, you can see, like he was saying, the command module is right there on the side, and it detaches from the side there, goes and does its thing, and comes back. You can see it has its own little thrusters, kind of like a landing pod. You see the big engines there. Me and a friend of mine keep on joking that those engines are actually just huge diesel engines because it's Drake and they literally look like big diesel engines, but they probably aren't. Still kind of funny to joke about though.
Engines.
Right. Yep. I believe yeah, makes sense. So there you go. You can see the top. Looks like there's a docking collar up top. There's all the modules. I don't know if they're keeping the ship modular, but when it was concepted, those 4 sections in the middle there, I believe were supposed to be able to be modular so that you could switch them around to other stuff other than cargo should you want. So it'll be interesting to see what they flesh out for that.
So what year is it Star Citizen? Is it in like 2550 or something like that?
It's 2650. You can actually look at the year at pretty much any of my streams. If you look in the upper right hand corner, you'll see universe time. It's Wednesday, January 2nd, 0514, and some seconds in the year 2650. So yeah, the server time seems to be messed up though. The server time, this server looks like it lost its clock because it's saying that it's January 1st, 1970. So yeah. But that doesn't matter. It's all good. The
Yeah,
actual
Star
there,
like was an idea somehow
right?
back in like 1970.
Just to show you guys, it is Tuesday, the 30th, 6:30 June 2020. So that gives you an idea of this server. But I'd like to leave that. I know it's not as pretty with the information in the upper right-hand corner, but I do like to leave it up because it's great for troubleshooting when things crash or what have you. And we've been streaming, we can always pull that information and give it to the devs as needed, or sometimes they're watching the stream with you guys, and so they have that information. So yeah, I don't know if I'm actually going to get to fly around with you much tonight because this is taking a little bit of time. But let's get back to the main menu and see. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:30. Well, I should do a little bit of some flight, right? You want to take the Hurricane out?
I guess sure.
We'll see where I spawn. I don't see you on my list.
Oh no, I have to log in or whatever. I have to get on. Well, you don't see me at all.
No. Daddy Chungus. That always cracks me up. It's plush, right?
No, it's not Plush. It's Kermit.
Kermit? Not showing you as offline. Oh. Oh, my daughter gave me this jelly bean. I'm not a fan.
What
Ooh,
does it taste like?
like coconut or mm. Uh, you guys probably would have liked to see it on camera. Too bad. All right. All right. So, good night, sweetie poo. Let's see if the chat is working. Mr. Beast 6000, dude. Awesome. I am sorry to be so slow. The chat is super small on my phone, but I do see your message. Thank you for stopping by. There's a bit of delay, so you probably won't hear this until you've already left. But I did notice, and I did shout out to you online. All right, let's jump in. Oh, crap. See if you can join me. I'm going to see where I'm located in the verse since it's taking you a while. Other cool thing about having that debug information in the upper right-hand corner is that you have how much memory you're using, the bandwidth in and out, your network ping, a lot of information that's really helpful. Kind of gives you a good idea of the health and what exactly is running on your system. You'll see the CPU percentage there for the game, and then the percentage for other things, how many entries it's dealing with. Oh, and a cool thing is, check this out. You notice where I spawned, people? I am on my ship. So I logged out of the game from my ship, let some other people fly it, and it looks like they didn't kill me in my sleep, which is really nice. We're actually in my captain's quarters. Now,
Yeah,
whenever you get... Come again?
your server's full.
Server's full, not surprised. So I'm going to log out. I was in the captain quarters. I'm going to try logging out from one of these beds this time to try to get him in. All right. So a lot of the beds on here you can actually log out from. You just look for the option right there, log out. Now that's going to be the second time I've logged out from this ship, so it'll be interesting to see if we're able to log back in. You know, that's a good test of persistence. We will see. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of time to explore tonight, though. Just to give you a heads up, we sharing all that stuff with all of you guys. Chewed up a little bit of time for the gameplay, but we will definitely do some cool gameplay this weekend for you all. All right. There he is. He's in the menus. So you'll notice all I have to do, since he's on my friends list, I invite him to the party. And there he's there. He also sent an invite, which I didn't notice till after I re-invited him, and he already joined. So that's cool. No biggie. So now that he's in, when I go to jump into a new location, it should pull him in with us.
Yeah.
Something I like to do when I'm logging in is actually watch the server information. This is the debugging console. And you can see game rules that it's loading, what it's doing. Now you're going to see a lot of errors on here. That's because it's still being made. And generally, there's always errors in code. It's just how gracefully you deal with them and whether they're critical or not. So you see that it's trying to spawn from a spawn point. It's not terribly happy about that spawn point, it looks like. It's allocating memory for different stuff. And it looks like it did spawn me in my medical area. And
I just loaded it at the same time you loaded it on your stream.
Nice. That's awesome.
So it's like in sync, but like your streams are behind from you. But like to me, when I was watching your stream, I logged in at the same time.
Oh yeah? Oh, that's cool.
What my character look like? Hold on.
Oh crap. It put me on a pad or something this time. Crap. So I need to get out of here.
No, yeah, you have 31 million kilometers away from me.
They're telling me to vacate the area. They're gonna probably find me, but I'm gonna try to take off. They're now they're gonna they stored my ship with me on it. So this is what happens. I guess they left my ship on a pad. So when I came back in this time, I wasn't aware of that, and it was still on the pad, and so they warned me, and then they put it away. Now, the only annoyance about that is that it kicked me back into the station, which is okay, except they may have fined me, which kind of sucks because I had you saw I went to the front as quick as possible, went to boot her up, and no dice. Are you at Porto?
I think so.
Oh, look, you can send friend requests through Inner Thought now pretty easily by just inner thoughting someone. That's cool.
Actually, no, I'm at what is it? Station above Lorville.
Is it Everest or Bajine?
Everest Harbor, yeah.
Everest? Okay. I will come over there in a.
Right, what are the coolest things you have?
The coolest things. I mean, I have lots of ships. The coolest, I could always pick you up in the Hawk. But you'll probably have more fun in the Hurricane. So we'll go ahead and grab the Hurricane.
Gotcha.
So, oh, that's the wrong ship.
You called it a terrapin, you stupid.
I know, right? Like, what gives? Shh, quiet you. It's okay. I didn't mean that one. I meant the other one. Where is it? There we go. So it should store my other ship, and then it's going to pull out this ship and hopefully tell me what pad it's going to. All right, let's see here. Man, having to wait a bit. Let's see, I don't usually watch. Okay, now it says that it was unable to get my vehicle. However, a lot of times it says that and it's lying to you. So you want to go here and look and see it did spawn it and it's on pad 2. So it's just lying to us, and that's fine. I'm used to governmental / bureaucratic agencies lying to me. I just go out and find the truth. I'm just playing. Oh, here we go. And one thing to make sure is that you have your helmet on. So it says helmet unequipped, which means that my helmet must be on. There we are. And you just follow the signs. It said pad 2. So here I'm walking over to pad 2. That's a Freelancer Max, I believe. This is my Hurricane. Hurricane's pretty sexy. And so, unlike a lot of the other games, you can see, I'm going to go third person, so hopefully we can see my character go in there. Boom. So, I actually had to open up the door, get in my ship. Now I have to turn my ship on, which I'm going to flight ready it, so it does all the turn on at once. Now, generally from a pad like this, you don't necessarily have to check in with ATC, but it's ingrained into me. So I'm going to get permission to take off. And I'm also going to keep my shields up here so I can see their status. Shields are over half. Should be fine for launch. Let's go ahead and dust off. Get off the pad area. And so here's my ship. And I'm going to go pick up my buddy. So we're going to chill here for a moment. In fact, I may head us in a direction so that we're not getting harassed by anyone.
How fast is that quantum?
We're about to find out. So I'm out at Porto, and you're over at Purston. Everest Harbor. Set route. It's not letting me set the route. I'll just set it to Hurston, and I'll dead reckon it from there probably. So we're gonna go ahead and change our vector. And just to let you guys see the speed of this, I'm going to go ahead and let it get full speed in the direction that we're traveling. Right now, I'm in cruise control, so it's going to try to reach where you see that arrow. That arrow is controlled by my mouse, and you see my velocity vector is going to meet where I'm looking right now. And our max speed right now, without doing any tricky business, is 1232. Nice little fast, smallish medium fighter. And we're going to go ahead and spool up the quantum drive. Once your quantum drive is spooled and calibrated on your intended location of travel, you can hold down the same button you did to spool it, and boom, off you go. I didn't raise my landing gear before I took off because whatever, but it does automatically raise it when you go into quantum.
It's always good to raise your landing gear in case you go in the atmosphere and they get freaking blown off.
Yeah, it's a good idea to raise it. I was in space though, so I wasn't too terribly worried about it.
It's a habit for me. I always raise my landing gear.
Good deal. And this is what your ship or my ship looks like in quantum. This is just a fighter, so it doesn't have the amenities of the ship that we were using. It's just two cockpits.
It looks so cool.
It is pretty cool looking.
Didn't I say
And
it
those.
Like the Quinjet?
What's up?
Didn't I say it looks like the Quinjet?
It does kind of look similar, doesn't it? But it'll be really interesting with the aerodynamics update here. Atmospheric flight. To see how ships like this react to that update, because this ship is. Yeah, it should be pretty good in Atmo, unlike some of the other ships. So I feel like it will have an advantage as far as efficiency in Atmo. The question is.
Isn't very aerodynamic. Neither is the Hammerhead.
Right, Hammerhead's gonna be interesting. Definitely. But we'll see.
Hello. How do I do emotes?
I think you can do it through the control. Hey, ES is saying hi. I am sorry for being slow, but I did see it pop up. Hola, ¿cómo está usted? That is hello, how are you doing? Ándale ya. So, hey, thank you for stopping by and saying hi. If there's something specific you want to see, just let me know, as I will be doing a short stream today. So get your requests in pronto, so that I can bang them out. If there's something I can do today, otherwise we'll do it on another stream this weekend. ¿Qué onda? Huh? And so we're traveling right now through space. If you look here, this is our star map. You can see the line of our travel. So right now we're passing by the sun of the system, and we're on our way to Hurston, and then we're gonna vector in on that station that's in orbit. I think it's a geosynchronous orbit. So we're making decent time. We're about halfway there right now, and it isn't the shortest trip in the world. It's a decently long trip.
I'm going to need guns.
You're gonna need guns?
Yes.
Okay, well, we're probably not gonna do a ground mission today, because we would want to do that off the Carrack or Cuddy Red. So today we'll probably do a couple bounty hunting missions. Gonna need you on point. Now I am gonna have some background noise because adulting, but no requests, just finally turning in. Nice. Glad to have you around, Ellie. So I hope you're enjoying. Hopefully you jump into this game sometime soon. Grab yourself a Shadow PC from my link. It'll give you a discount other than having to get an expensive computer. Nice thing with Shadow PC is using my link will get you a discount, and then you also don't have to buy a nice PC. The only thing you need is good internet. So just definitely one of those options for those of you guys who are like, wow, but my computer couldn't handle that. It's fine, we got you covered.
PCs.
Come again?
You're selling Shadow PCs.
I have a referral link for it, yeah. So, you can see our distance coming down.
You okay? You got corona?
4 million. Well, hopefully not. That's ideally not, right? I think I should be fine. So
Like, you are young and healthy, so you wouldn't have like a huge chance of dying or anything. Or just like
you never know, right? But yeah, ideally I wouldn't have very much risk, but also don't want to get it.
yeah, the risk is there.
All right. So we're about to enter the decel stage. Now, those of you who are astute, observant, however you want to say it, you'll see that I have a hydration bar over there that's going down. Yes, you have to actually drink and eat in this game. It's a simulator, so just all the things that you normally have to do in life, you basically have to do in the game, including some of the interesting things like emptying yourself. Although that's not in right now. Obviously, there's toilets and showers for a reason. So that should be an interesting gameplay. I think it'd be hilarious if they made that a mini game.
It's great for roleplay, especially.
Right? No, but like to hit the toilet, like aim, yeah, like push harder.
Like in what is it? The South Park Stick of Truth, where you can use the toilet and you like mash a button to poop.
Right? All right. So here we are, and I'm hoping that this stream's looking good for all you. You guys have to let me know what the quality's like. But here we're coming into this AO, and I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can now zoom in here and possibly. Now I'm connected remotely, which makes this control a little bit less smooth. So you're gonna see it kind of jumping around a little bit. That's not the game per se. That's actually just the fact that I'm using my laptop and I'm not at my beast of a computer. So it's not the game's fault. That being said, it didn't let me actually set that route. But let's look and see if we can see it. I call this dead reckoning anytime that I'm trying to vector onto something that isn't necessarily coming up on my star map for one reason or another.
Wait, this guy's got a gun that looks like the Halo pistol, except it has like an extra grip on it. But it kind of looks like a Halo pistol with the front and the back and everything.
I've found OM3 and some comma rays, but I'm not seeing Everest yet. So let's go ahead and look again. An easy way to find Everest a lot of times too is to go to Lorville, because it's generally right above that. But we're not doing that right now. Clear route. See if we can. Come on. It's being weird. It's not letting me click on it. There we go. I was able to bring it up, but it's not letting me set a route to it. So that's interesting. So let's see if we can find Lorville. We'll try to jump to that, then work our way around. Oh, it's on the other side. That's why. So we're going to do something known as a spline jump. It is a little bit risky from time to time, depending on the planet, but it actually jumps you around the planet using quantum, but a spline path. So it's wrapping us around the planet. every so often computers make mistakes though, and they don't calculate the spline well. In this case, I think we're safe.
You're lagging in Discord.
I'm lagging,
Yeah,
as in
voice.
well, can you hear me?
But you like roboticize like every like couple of words.
Oh, well, that's gonna happen from time to time. I'm not worried about that. It's probably because there's loud noises in the background. All right, so let's see here. We are going to come into the or look for Everest from here. I believe I see it right there. It is so big that you can actually visually see it. It's a decent sized space station here, so I'm gonna dead reckon to it. Yet again, just spooling up my drive, finding the point that I need to dead reckon to, and calibrating on that point allows me to go ahead and jump to it without setting a predetermined path. Now we're going to pick him up here at Everest. Where are you going to EV or what are you going to be in? Or where?
Might as well.
Now I'm cruising at max speed here, so I'm pumping the brakes, and I'm going to go into actual.
Don't smack into the space station now.
Yeah, working on it. Oh, it's not letting me decouple, really. Whoa. There's a little bit of lag there. You notice I almost read it out as some of that happened. You do have G-forces and other stuff going on. So that's definitely interesting. And these stations do have some stuff added onto them, some security docks and other stuff now. In the next patch or in upcoming patches, there's going to be cargo docks to handle cargo and mining and other stuff like that, which is kind of cool. Right now, we just go to the regular area in the normal area. So where are you at? How am I going to find you? Over.
Just gonna EV and you'll see me outside.
I'll see you. Okay. Well, I'm going to do a scan. I see a couple people, so I'll target that. That's a retaliator. What, China? Amazing. Caterpillar. I see. And that there's the tally. Not seeing my bro here yet. So either our group is borked or I just can't see him. So I'm going to go ahead and pump the space brakes here.
Away from me.
What's up?
I see you. I know you. I see your marker. Just stay there.
Okay. So I'm chilling here. He's going to do a 0G entry. And I am going to watch third person so you guys can see the sun behind us. Or, yeah, you can see my running lights. In the future, I believe they're going to allow us to go dark as well, which would be pretty cool. And here we are, just kind of chilling here.
Kilometers away, but I can get to you.
I could try to come to you, but if you're already inbound, oops. Let me stop moving, ship, and turn the engine off. There we go. You can see the guns moving with my targeting. Pretty cool. Those are shotguns, and then up top, he has 4 weapons on that turret as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, how's everyone doing on the stream or watching the stream? And this is a beautiful game. I hope that I'm doing it justice here on your guys' monitors and whatnot. Here, I'll zoom out a little bit. You can see the ship. I don't see Homeboy yet. He is going to be a little speck in the vastness of space right now. We probably won't see him to the last moment, anyways. So I'm gonna chill in this view until we see stuff going on. Now you may be able to see him as he slides up towards our ship, especially since I'm not moving in this view, so the compression for the stream should really start to clarify this view for everyone. You'll see a little black dot, spacesuit, something maybe, and I'll zoom in when I see it. But
You're at the wrong. You're viewing from the wrong angle. You should be viewing towards the space station.
well, the problem is that's where the sun is too. But I can try. There, I have a little bit of a view of the space station now. And I hear him bursting his stuff, but I don't see him on my stream yet. How far away are you? I'm looking. I don't see anything. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit on our ship here.
I kind of smoke to the side. What's up? Why is your character African American? He's somewhat like black to the green eyes. Shit. Oh, it looks so dope. Huh? Turn it on. What's up? You enter the armistice zone on purpose.
To refuel and rearm.
Uh,
And so you guys probably didn't hear someone of what I've just said here, but we're gonna go ahead and do that CS3 mission. I've shared it with him, and we'll wrap it up for the night on that. We do have to grab some fuel as that has us going a little bit far away. So I'm gonna go ahead and contact this station here. Now I could zoom in, but I didn't need to. So they're gonna give us a landing bay. I'm gonna jump back on target here. Is that? Yep, there we go. And let's see what landing bay they gave us. That's one thing right now. On these stations, they're so big, the landing bay doesn't pop up right away because you have to kind of get near enough for it to pop it up for you.
Distance.
So we're gonna try to go near to the nearest arm and see if we see anything pop up. Now I'm in decoupled flight, so you notice I can look around while I'm flying. It's really helpful when you're not sure where you're going and you need to, or you're fighting, to be able to fly this way. But not everyone thinks like that. So definitely makes things difficult from time to time, depending on how people are flying. So I'm gonna just kind of do a circuit around here to see when it's gonna show me where. There it is. We have it on our 12. So I'm gonna go ahead and vector in on our location here. On the other side it is, isn't it? Looks like it. So we'll see if we can access it from up top, maybe. There we go. All right, we're gonna go on. Our landing gear is going down.
You're an African American with green eyes.
Come again?
You're green eyes.
All right, hold on.
Machine. I've been not African American before. That's not the only thing. When you think about it.
So we landed.
We kind of like smacked down, like not very gracefully, but it works.
Yeah. Well, hey, I came in from a non-standard angle, basically created a loop and smoothly put down without breaking anything. I think that's a win, you know. All right, so we're refueling right now. You're gonna see our quantum fuel and our everything else go up. So just to double check it here, we'll go ahead and look in our repair menu here. And I mean, we could push one little thing of quantum fuel in there maybe, but that's about it. So we're good. We're gonna go ahead and get permission to dust off, even though technically we probably don't have to. Doesn't hurt.
No, it doesn't affect cramp shot at all, actually.
All right. All right, so we're gonna spool up. And here we go. It'll put our gear up as we quantum. Yeehaw! Oh, my phone timed out. I can't see the chat, people. I apologize. Uh-oh. Don't think I missed anything. Hopefully my background sounds aren't too bad for you guys. For y'all. For y'all. Now you notice the realistic times here. So it's actually counting down. I mean, it's actually traveling us through space. Unlike a lot of games that would just simulate this and, you know, make this a loading screen or whatnot. We're actually traveling through the galaxy here, through the black. and anything could happen during this trip. So someone could interdict you. You could come across pirates messing up someone else, decide whether to engage or not, depending on your mission, maybe your rules of engagement with whomever you're flying. But that's the amazing thing about this. It's a simulator. So all the stuff is going on at the same time that you're gaming. I mean, that you're playing. So, we have 27 million kilometers here left in this jump. And it's going decently fast, I think, but, it takes time. We're going to burn 290 worth of quantum fuel, which will put us kind of low in that area.
So you
But
know
we are
GTA,
wrapping up.
right?
Come again?
You know GTA, right?
Yeah.
So in the office, you could play something called "Don't Cross the Line," which is like a game where it's kind of like Tron, where you have to like burst each other. You
Yeah.
can't make.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's like a little mini game inside GTA the game. Would be
Right.
awesome if there was like one to be of like a big ship with like a game room in it. You can play like the Xbox or something.
I believe they're actually going to be working on that. They have the built-in idea already for arcade games. I'd be really surprised if they didn't make those games playable. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that would be
Because
awesome.
why else would you have them in,
Yeah.
So, but obviously that's a pretty low priority feature. But still, you gotta shoot
Yeah.
for the stars.
Functionality is the main priority for this game right now.
Exactly. Exactly. So, all right, we have 15 million left, I think, or so. You'll see that it's actually keeping track of our O2. If you look here, we can also see our own stats here. So how much money we currently have, our crime stat, if we have one, our vitals. I don't know why it's not showing this mission is tracked. It's not showing a mission track status. I don't know if that's just not working right now or if it never does. I hardly ever come to stream. We have our suit oxygen, which doesn't matter because we're in a ship, but we have our oxygen, our EVA fuel, and our power output right now. So if everything were to go to crap right now, in this vehicle, we would have 4 hours of oxygen left. So that's definitely an interesting thought. You can see the comp that we currently are breathing.
A lot right now.
Yep, probably. All right. I hear the decel going on in the background. That's the sound of our ship decelerating.
Let's stay closer. It doesn't want to smack into the planet.
Right.
Oh my god, I have stories of ships bouncing off a planet. Boing!
Yeah, I have stories of people cratering into planets. A lot less boing, a lot more kaboom. All right.
I think you could bounce a caterpillar off of yellow.
Maybe.
You just smack flat like the landing gear, not the land, but like the belly of the ship, and then you just fly straight.
Mm.
Oh my god.
All right, so we're coming in close here. So at this point, for those of you looking into getting this game or just experiencing the game for the first time, this is a bounty hunting mission. So what I've done is I picked up a friend, threw him in the turret, and I found someone that's wanted by the jurisdiction that we're in. And I'm going to go ahead and try to take this person down. In the future, you would be able to disable them and drag them in, possibly for more money, hopefully. Right now, you just need to neutralize them. Problem is, I have a green person up at the controls on my turret. He hasn't fought a lot with me in this ship, so it's going to be interesting as the ship has not so great shields. So we're going to have to do some fancy flying. He's going to have to stay on target, And if we're in an asteroid field, we may have the issues of some lower frame rates as well, which is going to be interesting to say the least. That being said, being a CS3, we should have a few ships for him to choose to shoot, and we should hopefully be able to drag them along a little bit, and we'll just kind of take it from there. So let's see here. I am not seeing the mission tracked, honestly. Let's go ahead and double check the tracking status.
You're on the wrong side. Look the other way. It showed you 92K way. It's on the other side.
Yep, that's where it popped us in. And when I untracked and tracked, you notice that little thing pop up on stream. That is the actual location of the enemy that we're going after. You don't have finite ammo with that, I don't believe so. Just to let you know. All right. Let's see here. I believe that's a 4 ballistic cannons, if I'm not mistaken. Just to give you a heads up.
They're explosive rounds or something.
So here's the beacon. We're gonna try to see if it'll let us route to it. Sometimes we can. Remember, this is alpha, so selecting that beacon sometimes. Now I'm remote. That little issue you're seeing with the map going all wonky, that's just because I'm not actually at the computer that's running this. That has nothing to do with Star Citizen, unfortunately. It's my own little issue. Oh, is that the beacon? Let's see here. Nope, that's not the beacon. Let us click on it. All right, well, we're just going to start tootling over to it because I don't have time to try to figure out why it's not letting me do this or that. We're just going to go ahead and change our vector and get moving to the beacon already and see if it'll let us calibrate when we get closer. That is annoying. Trying not to hit an asteroid while looking at the star map too. Maybe you can see if you can set the beacon as a nav point for us. Now, generally, usually when you're in the same ship together, both of you can actually set the navigation a lot of times. Not always. So we'll see how that works in this ship today. Nope. Yeah. So it's either an issue with the beacon, or it's just not something we can do. So that's fine. We're gonna tootle towards the location. Try not to blow ourselves up. You notice if I go too hard, too fast, we are gonna get some engine overheating warnings. There's our heat right there.
You should get better coolant systems if you have that problem. I always have that problem when I had the Carrack. No, when I had the Cutlass, not the Carrack. I never owned a Carrack. I'm too broke for that.
All right. So we're about 240 kilometers off from the target, but we're making some pretty good time. I'm not fully maxed out because I want to try to be able to avoid asteroids, you know, as they appear or don't appear in my vision. So if you guys like this, definitely go ahead and drop a like, subscribe, tell your friends, maybe check out some of my YouTube videos. If you don't like it, feel free to troll me on my YouTube comments. I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah, just don't be surprised if I troll you back. Oh, by the way, this game is an alpha. All right.
Already.
Right. So we're tootling in on this target, and we're just melting this distance off pretty fast. Sometimes in these asteroid fields, that's why you can't lock onto targets. There's too many things to try to avoid / go through. All right. Here we are. that would be an asteroid. Woof.
That was so close.
I know. I don't know how close it was from the external view, but I did feel like I was relatively close from first person here.
Like a couple inches.
Meh. Plenty of room. All right, we're starting to get in close. I will pump the brakes at about 50 out.
There's like a hole in the wings, so it's like enclosed. It gets stuck in there, and like, oh, so much for aerodynamics.
Right. Well, and that's the interesting thing with aerodynamic flight in Atmo. When things get broken off, you are gonna definitely feel that. So that's gonna be interesting. All right. We're getting close, so you need to stay frosty.
Yeah.
We will drop down to SEM speeds and only use excessive speed when necessary when we get in close, because we're gonna need the maneuverability.
Yep.
We're 65 out. I'm gonna cut it close by this asteroid. Locating target 12 will be 12 and high. If I do my job right. And there aren't any asteroids to preclude that. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching. After this, we will go ahead and wrap it up. Enjoy. I'm going to be all combat oriented now here, guys. Here we are. Look at this asteroid. Thread the needle. All right. There we go. Got a visual. Changing our trajectory.
He's a bit far away.
So I'm balancing heat versus our trajectory here. You'll notice that now we're going to vector in on him. I'm going to give my gunner the best shot, hopefully. Okay, we have a bogey down low, but he's definitely not priority number one. Priority number one is the neutralized target in the dang sun. Flip him upside. There you go. All right.
Kind of hard to see him.
Yep. Just give us a moment here. We have multiple targets shooting. We're going to have to engage them. We have missiles inbound. All right, hold on. My targeting's not working for some reason. Oh, here we go. There we go. I just turned on my gimbals.
Not getting any positive hits.
Don't forget to target and use the pip. Shit. Doing a flip and burn. Forward shields are down. Side shields are hurt. Gonna let them recharge. Copy. Shields are full charging. We're letting the fronts recharge. Let me know what you got.
No, not closing in. So they're far away.
All right, we'll do another flip and burn. Where are they? There he is. That's a Buccaneer. I need you to go ahead and put in on target when the pip is white.
Oh, one of me.
Boom. So we got him. Next closest, 12 o'clock high. I'm putting in mid. This is going to be a constellation Andromeda. I'm going to try to orbit him when we get close. He's coming towards us. Just to give you a heads up. Boom! Woo! All right. We should have. Crap. Our front shields are going to be down. I'm putting them on our rear. You got visual? Front shields recharging. Yeah. So he's hitting live right about now. Boom! All right, so we have multiple still in the AO. We have to be careful about. I think he's out of ammo. Either way, he's a hostile. Must go down.
I've had that happen to me before.
might be glitched because there's taking a lot of damage in a Buccaneer. His shields are down. You know what? Kaboom! All right, we have another one right here. Oh, trying to ram us. He's using the very tactics they're trying to discourage. All right, here we go. Crap. I'm working on it. Show you guys this from the outside. There's my buddy shooting. All right. Yeehaw! Gonna try to lock him. I think I'm out of ammo. That's all you. Yep. So that's one of the things in ballistic ships you have to worry about how much ammo you're carrying. And this ship is generally going to have support. You know, you're to punch through shields and do damage, and then the support takes care of stuff.
You know, I can't get a hit on him. He's too he like maneuvers too much. You might as well just leave him.
Okay. All right, let's light out of here. You're not worth our time, buddy. And off we go. All right, let's see if we can get off to a space station here. Actually, hold on. Let's see if we can get out of here.
Whoa, he just freaking went like supersonic.
Oh, I'm flying us out of here. I'm gonna get us somewhere safe.
That's the racing ship. That's the Origin racing ship. And the Origin M50 Interceptor.
Yeah. Oh, the M50 is difficult to hit because it's so quick. They're gonna fix that in the next patch, though.
Oh, they're just M50s. No wonder they can't shoot us, because they're just M50s. They don't have any weapons or anything. Well, they do have they just have very little ammo.
Right. All right, we're gonna go put down on left ski since we're here. Well, I'd like to thank everyone who stopped by and checked out the stream. We're gonna wrap it up by landing on Levski, which not a lot of people use for right now. It's no longer a that you can choose in the beginning. It's still open for business. But yeah, so let's see here. There it is. Now we can't obviously jump to it because it's too close. But right now, the only way to still see it on your heads up is to spool quantum. Now we can see the landing area lights, so we're good. But once we get into Armistice, we'll go ahead and get permission to land. Do you have it on staggered or
I have it on gimbal.
no, but it's staggered fire? Yeah, there you go. Staggered fire rocks. Yeah, you do recognize me. Get a landing spot here. Sounds good. Get her done.
The landing gear from the turret sounds so cool.
Does it? All right, let's see here.
I locked onto for some reason.
All right, so it looks like someone's wanted down there, but that's not our worry.
One in it. I think it's just a random ship that just like landed. You know why? Because they didn't land in a hangar. They just landed on the grass somewhere. So that's why they have a bounty.
All right. Just give me a moment here. Just factoring in.
So sorry. I think that's a Mustang. No, there's just a Mustang now. How is it going? Yeah, it's a bit like a rock. This source it isn't people.
Boom. So any of you who just decide to play the game will understand just how slick that landing is. But
Before you landed.
yeah, I shut off the engines right before so that I wouldn't do any sort of crazy bouncing. This ship has some decent shock absorbers on it, so you can come in with a little bit of speed. I don't recommend much higher than 20 meters a second. If you want it controlled, you can kind of pop it to 30 or 35 if you have to, depending on your landing trajectory. But yeah, that's it. So with that, you're gonna see my character get out. Look at that. Here we are. My buddy's possibly gonna get out here too. We'll see him. Get out the bottom. Ugh. So it's alpha. You can see a little bit of hiccupness as he gets out, but there's the ship. Those are ballistic shotguns and ballistic cannons up top. I will be switching it probably over to an energy ship when I have a moment, but I have to upgrade a bunch of components. So yeah, there's the ship, and this is Levski. So in this area, you come through here, and you go through customs, as you would in any port, and you come to the elevator, and then here you have a few different options for where you want to. What the heck? I hear you, but I don't see you.
Same here.
And there's no interface, so we may be. Oh, never mind. It fixed itself. So there's the hangars, customs, and then the lobby. If you click on lobby, boom. Here we are at the lobby. And the cool thing is there's multiple ways to go the same area, just like in real life. You have ground vehicles that you can spawn from here. You have a ship a ship place that you can look at ships and buy ships. So there's a lot of pretty cool stuff here.
We had to stream us right out
So,
from the sunset with a cyclone.
right,
Yeah,
and the
yeah, I'm
stream with the
calling it a
cyclone.
cyclone.
Okay, I have
Garage
some
fort.
cyclones, Ursa, a buggy, and a couple dragonflies.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll jump. I'll follow you. Why not? This is gonna wrap up our stream for tonight. Thank you so much, guys. I have to adult tomorrow. I'll be working another long shift, so you probably won't see me for at least 24 hours. All right, out we come. There's the buggy. We're outside in space right now. Pretty cool buggy. I can get in as a passenger. Look at that. I'll go third person so you can see. This is the normal variant of the buggy. It can carry some cargo. There's a few other variants as well. I believe you're supposed to be able to control the speed now with the mouse scroll.
I think you can.
All right, guys. And this is a Dark Angel signing out. See you around the verse. Stay safe. Ciao for now.